All right, this is...
I still gotta finish packing. Well, no, I'm pretty much done.
Fuck
Last
packing.
minute shit.
I'm Brian, that's Jeremy, this is Michelle, and this is the topic of the week. I save a fortune on sound effects with you guys around.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So we wanted to talk a little bit about part-time jobs.
Yes.
I've had weird part-time jobs. I think you guys have had weird part-time jobs. If you talk to anybody, they can't wait to tell you the weird part-time job they had.
That's true.
Or false.
Oh, I just thought of another one. Oh, sorry. I'm excited.
Of a
I'm
job?
excited about this topic.
Please,
Yeah.
Let's get this ball rolling. Let's talk
Yeah.
about part-time jobs
Oh, I
we've had.
totally forgot about that one.
You want to start with one?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess so. Just because I originally had another thing planned out, but now that I think about it, I would like to say the Renaissance Festival.
Oh shit.
I was a pirate. I totally forgot. I was a pirate at the Renaissance Festival for 4 days. Each day I got paid $200 under the table. It was amazing.
And as many
was
turkey legs as you
amazing.
could eat.
Turkey
I think I was
legs. I've
vegetarian.
never-
No, I think I was.
Yeah.
There was this part of time in my life that I was
Have you?
like vegetarian
Oh, yeah.
for 5
You
years.
have?
So
Oh my God,
no,
they're
see, I've
so
never
good.
done that.
A chicken that big, a leg, there's definitely
No, it's not a
something.
chicken. It's
Turkey.
turkey.
But it's something. I mean, it's
It's in the
modified.
name. It's in the name.
It's yeah,
Look at the graph.
the chicken leg. But it's like really big, like beyond normal turkey. Where's the rest of that thing? What's it look like? And where's that meat? You know?
I was in the hot dogs.
Yeah, really.
Oh,
Turkey dogs.
it
Nope.
is. Nope.
Bones and asses.
So
Yeah.
you were a pirate. What did being a
I
pirate
was.
at a Renaissance fair
Yeah.
involve?
I
Carried
got
a
to
sword.
obviously dress up as a pirate, but I didn't have to wear shoes. The only job I ever had where I didn't have to wear shoes, which was fucking
Was that
fantastic
optional?
for me.
Well, they told you not to.
Could
I
you
just
wear shoes?
didn't, and
Yeah.
they didn't say anything.
But wasn't there like spit and like trash and turkey bones on the
Just
ground?
sand and
Turkey
stuff.
buns.
Hippie.
Sand, yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I've decided recently that I hate socks and shoes more than anything else in the world.
oh
when
good,
I
I'm
finally-
rubbing off on you.
Yeah, when I finally I had a long day today, and when I finally got home and was
It's
able
so
to unblind,
good.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I didn't care about pants or shirts, anything like that. I just felt so great to take my
Shoes
shoes and
suck.
Just fucking-
socks off.
I mean, they work handy when
Yeah.
you need them.
Very liberating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
So,
It's like one of
anyways,
those
I don't know.
relieving
I
things.
just got to, I hung a bunch of necklaces from my arms on both sides, and I just walked around selling fucking necklaces as a pirate. And I made bank doing it. It was fantastic. And little boys, like, all right, little boys, like, would come up to me and be like, can I
Asian?
take your picture with you? Blah, blah, blah.
Brian wants to go.
No, it wasn't. They
So
weren't Asian, no.
they had to pay how much?
Anyways, it was a really fun
They're
job.
dying
It
out
was
under the
really
floorboards.
random.
It is getting a
And
little smelly down
the
there. Some of
end
them are
of
dead.
the
Well, it's
job.
old ramen too. Yeah, I don't clean the bowls.
Oh.
At the end of the job, the lady asked if I wanted to travel with her, and it's actually my one and only regret
so
in my
mean.
entire
That you
life.
didn't travel with the traveling circus.
Correct. It's my only regret in my entire life.
That you.
That's
I
your only
was
regret.
17 years old, and she asked if I wanted to come with her, and that is my only regret. I do not regret anything else.
Here's my problem.
Wow, you don't know.
I think the reason you haven't regretted anything else is because you didn't go. Because you didn't travel with the circus.
Okay.
It's
No,
I feel like that could have
it is
led
my
to
only
many
regret.
regrets.
Yeah,
No,
really. Yeah, many
But it's
more.
my only
Right.
Yeah.
regret. It is.
Wow.
It is. No, it was great. It was a really good 4 days of my life.
Nice.
And that's what I just recently remembered. Not at all what I was about to talk about.
Yeah. I've never had a job. That kind of an exciting type of a job.
Yeah, it's hard to follow that up.
It
You're
is. Yeah, you should have
I'm not going
ended
next.
it there.
What are you guys gonna say?
I'm definitely not going next.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've had random
Oh, it's
little,
so fun.
jobs. I remember when I was like, God,
You were caught.
15 and
That wasn't impressive.
they wanted me to
Just for a
work.
day. It was weird.
They wanted me to work 7 days. I said no. 6. I got to rest at least one. At least one. And they said I got the job. But anyways,
And then they
Oh
gave
my
the job
God.
to a Mexican. Who was like, I'll work 14 days in a row. No overtime.
No
yeah, so
overtime.
McDonald's was my very first job. How typical when I was like, 15 and a half, and you could get your work
people.
permit signed.
Yeah.
And it lasted almost a year. And it was fun, but sucky ass work. You know, I remember when I was a kid, I used to go to bed dreaming of the whole burger thing.
Oh,
you know,
that's
thing?
the
Work dreams
worst.
are the
Yeah.
worst. Yeah.
Oh,
But we used to wrap up the hard-boiled eggs in the hamburger or cheeseburger wrapper. You could twist it
What
like that.
happened?
Why are
McDonald's?
there
Why?
hard-boiled
Why?
eggs?
They were hard-boiled eggs back then. I forget why. Oh, for the salads. And we used to put them in the
Okay.
cure. What was the microwave? They call it the cure. And you'd set it for like a minute.
Hold
And then
on.
you'd
I
stand
have so
back.
many questions.
And a
So
few
exciting.
seconds later, the egg would blow up and the microwave door would go, boom, bam, and fly open and slam shut again. Also, if you took them and whipped them against the wall, these hard-boiled eggs, we were 15 and a half, 16. They used to spread and stick to the wall.
That's
And it was
amazing.
awesome. And we used to have a system when our friends would come in
Why
and say,
is that so funny? That's so funny.
Right?
oh,
I
and
don't
we had a
understand.
thing, me and this one of the kids, where pickle, you try to do a gross thing with the pickle, and I don't mean like, sexual gross.
Sure.
But you'd like dip it in the grease trap and then rub it like on the floor and then you try to then you'd eat it. Then I'd have to dip it in there and rub it on the floor and then like do it something else more gross and then eat it. And then he'd have to do all the steps and then eat it. You know what I mean? So we used to do that too.
That's disgusting. You're diseased.
Taking shots
You're
of
diseased.
pancake batter and it was like drinking acid. It was the most disgusting thing in the world.
Was it though?
It was no, this probably been worse since then. But I mean back then it was
sounds-
pretty bad.
Ridiculous.
That was just
That
McDonald's.
sounds hilarious. I suddenly want to get hired at McDonald's.
So many more stories.
I don't.
No.
Do
Oh,
not.
and my
I
boss
do
stole
not.
money out of the safe and fled to Florida, and they arrested him down in Florida. Oh,
Oh my god, your story's way more epic than mine.
No,
like
it
you
really
guys
isn't.
didn't have better stories than me.
It really
your
wasn't.
boss fled to Florida.
He did,
like
yeah.
okay.
And then he got arrested, and he was in jail back up here in Massachusetts. And or was it down there? And one of my buddies actually worked with us, was in jail with him too. And he's like, hey, I was in jail with. Anyways, that was McDonald's. There's more to it, but I'm not gonna keep going. That was just you go.
Wow.
One up that shit.
I can't. No.
No,
is-
come on. It's typical stories. You must have good stories that.
You're gonna have
Ricardo.
something.
No, this is no, not really. Like when I was 14, 15, I got a job working at the East Brookfield Public Library.
Oh,
No,
right.
So, no. So like you worked at McDonald's and you had these crazy times and you went exactly, right?
Oh,
And
sorry,
so-
I was sleeping.
Yep. No, this is
Don't talk about the Dewey Decimal System in front of him.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is spot on. Like you guys are having the appropriate reactions.
Right.
Like you guys are having like these crazy 15-year-old times, 17-year-old times, and there I am, 15 years old, and I got hired to convert the card catalog system right to computer, to digital, and right. And
Dude, that's sick. I got the sick
And I
job.
had to go through like book by book by book and put in like every single barcode in every single book so we could scan
Oh
the
my
book
God.
instead of like doing like it by hand. And that was my job. And eventually I just became the librarian.
Wow.
Yeah.
You were a
They were-
librarian.
At 15,
Is that what
16
you
years
were
old,
gonna say?
I was
Yeah.
I was like in charge of the library. There was like this other woman who was like supposedly doing it, but she'd just be gone for days. And I'd go in.
Fucking
So you had to
bitch.
take control. You yeah.
Took advantage
I
of
was,
you.
Yeah.
I was legit a librarian, like
That's-
of the
Wow.
East Brookfield Public Library for
Oh, wow.
2 years, and there
Wow.
and it was weird because I was 15 or whatever, and it seemed strange for me,
Yeah.
like taking a responsible role. But then there were these like 12-year-olds that would come in all the time, and they were all fucked up all the time. Like they were when they first started coming in, they were like they
12-year-olds that were fucked up.
12-year-olds.
That's pretty young.
See,
Way
guys,
Shit.
Well,
just-
that's what happens.
just
when you
wait
grow up
a
in
little
East
bit
Brookfield.
longer.
A little bit longer.
just a little bit longer.
They
Come
were,
on,
They like go
enjoy
out,
your beautiful sober life.
they'd hang around the library and they'd smoke cigarettes, and I'm like, why are they hanging around here? And the librarian's like, they like you, they think you're cool, and I was like, but I'm not cool. They're way cooler than me because I'm 15. I don't do anything fun.
Yeah.
But you're 15. Doesn't
right,
matter.
I guess.
You're 15.
And then
Yeah.
and then they started showing up like drunk. They started showing up high. One time, one of them was on acid,
Where are they?
and we had to
Where are
like
they
talk
get-
him
they're
down because he
12.
was
At
like,
12?
yeah. This is
Oh
what
my
happens in East
God.
Brookfield when you
Shit.
Does
you
it?
don't have anything to do after school.
Does it?
The
fly is
fly.
back.
Did he ever leave? There's no way he
Oh, I
could have
just
gotten
thought of
under that
another
door.
part-time job.
he totally
Oh, God.
did. Okay, we have to ignore the fly because we have to finish this episode.
Oh, no. This episode just got about 9 minutes long.
I thought you locked him out.
And
We
tried.
did.
We
I mean,
tried.
he did. I
Oh,
don't know.
God. He's back.
So that was one of my first first real jobs
First
that I got
job.
a paycheck for. You know, I did paper routes and stuff before that, but that was like,
Paper routes. Oh.
oh yeah, we'll get to it. It's your turn again.
Oh. Party City
Parties? Oh, Party City.
for about a year and a half. And that was, I know, we're like looking at the fly.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
Yeah.
That was a really good year and a half of my life. I'm not going to lie.
Ceiling in that place, right?
Dude, it's chaos. It's crazy, whatever.
It's a
but,
party.
It's a city.
But it is a party.
In a city, yeah.
2 months out of the year, you get to dress up every single day as a different character.
2 months out of the year.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Wait, I'm confused. Why can't you just do it all the time?
It's a party.
September and October to build up for Halloween.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Sure.
And you get to use their costumes.
Oh, there's?
So you don't have to buy anything.
You don't have to buy anything.
You just
pretty
put them back in the package when you're done?
Yeah.
Nice.
You
But
were
that's
joking,
how that
weren't
works.
you?
No,
Well,
that's
yeah.
no. That's how that works though. The entire staff.
Wow.
You get to use the makeup though, like that's really cool. But like the coolest thing was like the managers were ridiculous. They were so ridiculous. So like we would end a night. My favorite night of Party City chaos was what?
No,
What?
Nope.
No.
All right.
No, I'm not interrupting.
No
We
thought.
would all right so my favorite part was ending the night and then we're like cleaning up all the aisles. Stop it, both of you. Cleaning up all the aisles and the manager pulls out on aisle 7, the crazy toy section, pulls out
Penis.
Well, I'm gonna guess they don't have dildos at Party City.
I'm in his own, but yeah, all right, go on.
the like silly string shit.
Oh, right.
The
Silly
spray.
string.
And he starts doing that. And so the
In
entire
aisle 7?
So aisle 7, and the entire staff goes and grabs some too, and we're all
shit.
having this huge,
Oh, he's
and
gonna
we're
clean
running,
it.
we're running in and out of the aisles at this point, like we're chasing after each other, huge fight, like huge silly string fight. It was epic. It was so epic. It was insane, and then it ends, and he's just like, "You guys clean that all up. I'm going home."
Yeah, right, that's some bullshit.
yeah.
Clean up on aisle 7, all of you.
And I just want to
Wow.
finish the story with the next day. And it's the only time I've ever done this to any manager in my entire life, obviously. I took a pie crust from Target and I filled it with whipped cream and I walked into Party City and I pied my manager in the face. I've never done that in my life.
Wow.
And I pied him in the face with whipped
Wow.
cream, and it was the most epic thing work-wise that I think I've ever done. And then I just walked away and it was great. Party City was a good time. We had a lot of
Aptly
fun.
named.
We had
really.
a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Wow.
Yeah, that was like the best part-time job I've ever had in my life.
Really?
It was so good. It was so good. So good.
Party
I
City.
mean, yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't suck.
No.
I don't know. Could fill up a lot of balloons. It was cool. Good times.
Helium. Yeah, helium.
Oh, yeah. And those are stories for another time. But
I haven't
yeah.
done helium in the voice
no,
in a while.
That happened all the time too. We used to get in trouble all the time actually because we used to like all the time like suck the helium out of the tanks because
Yeah.
we were just like doing like it was all right. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Anyways,
All right, now we can address this because I think it's
Yes.
hilarious. So when we first started the podcast, on the weekly wrap up, right, all those minutes ago, there was a fly in the room, and so we couldn't start filming with the fly in the room. So we managed to usher him out.
Yeah.
We closed the door.
Yeah.
And
we thought we ushered him out.
Yep, and we thought we were safe because he's a flying motherfucking
He's
fly.
big.
He
He's
a
doesn't
big one.
He doesn't want to land.
Like a fairy could ride him. That's how
Where's-
big he is. Oh, there he goes.
Yeah.
A fairy could land him.
Ride him.
Yeah, totally.
If you can ride him, you can land him.
You could land him. Yeah, that's right. They did it on Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Oh yeah, with the bee.
Oh, there's a
we
bee,
did.
though.
It was a
It's significantly bigger than a fly.
So, I don't know, significantly.
Ants. They were an ant.
Somehow, the fly. We were at 45 minutes later. back
really.
into the room.
Yeah,
We
really.
have no idea how.
Maybe
Full
he
force.
can't. Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus!
Yep.
Just
And
like
he keeps dive bombing us. Like this is out of control.
He's gonna hit one
I
of
think
us.
he
It's
came
gonna
from
hurt.
underneath the door.
It might be more interesting than our part-time jobs. He doesn't land either. He just keeps swooping around.
No, he doesn't
the
stop.
room.
He's gonna hurt himself.
I hope
It's a
so.
long
Should rest.
podcast.
Yeah,
It's a long one.
we gotta get all
We're
of our
just
time.
kind of hanging
in
out, guys.
Gotta get all of our
Right.
time.
We're just
in January.
talking. I can't believe
Right?
if you're still
wonder
watching.
If you're not still watching, I wonder if the fly, when he flies in front of the camera, is going to be visible to the people at home.
Oh, he will be.
Yeah,
I bet you. Yeah.
I'm going to
I
edit
hope
in more
so.
flies.
It's like
There's so many
Over.
flies.
or you can make like a little whatever fly, like go.
And it's funny because I knew
Like-
you
like
weren't
the
trying to.
glitter?
You're just trying to be
Trying
this. But then I'd see
so
your
hard.
eyeballs like that glancing over.
Yeah,
And she started
I
laughing,
see
and
you.
she's like, "What are you laughing
Don't think
about?"
I know.
Because me, I'm trying
Yeah, I
not to be.
didn't- I
I'm like
didn't
like a,
realize.
like a fucking cat. Like it just sucks me in. I'm like, no, don't look. Oh,
Oh
look
my
at
gosh! Oh, it's kind of annoying. Not gonna lie.
Not
Yeah.
kind of.
Who's next?
Ridiculously.
him.
Yeah. What else you got?
What you got?
Papa Gino's. I did Abdow's.
Gino's.
Big boys Abdow's.
Oh yeah.
Oh, 2 weeks. I started washing dishes at Abdow's.
weeks.
I'm doing it for 2 weeks. And I'm like, fuck this, and I quit. But before that, I remember the waitresses.
Oh, that's a good way to go.
the way
Good story,
I was,
bro.
I was like 16 and a half, 17. The waitresses, I used to see them fish around on the french fries and grab a fry eat off the plate and eat them while they were waiting for the other waitress to take up the order sometimes. And I was like,
Okay.
they do that here? I was disgusted. But I didn't want to wash dishes anymore. Papa Gino's, I did Papa Gino's. That was fun.
Wait, hold on. So you were disgusted that they would eat the french fries off the plate?
Yeah, to go out to serve to people. They would eat the food off of somebody's plates.
Which
Yeah.
isn't disgusting. It's just not correct. Not the correct
No,
thing to do.
exactly. Not a, yeah, you don't
not
do it,
unsanitary.
you know, it's
It's
hungry
I
not-
wouldn't
Hearts.
say it's
Take on
disgusting, but it is not right.
No.
No. Yeah.
It's made for that
Absolutely.
food.
Yeah,
Absolutely
exactly.
not right.
It's paid
Not
for.
appropriate.
Give the guy his fry. No, but
He paid for that fry.
and all I remember of Papa Gino's was they used to have these like Oreo brownies.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know?
that sounds delicious.
Yeah, we never could find them. We must have spent months working there. No, my boss knew that he was probably working with a bunch of teenagers that were stoned and wanted to eat his fucking brownies.
Yep.
So we don't know where
Fair.
he stored these things when they weren't there. Where the back supply, because we would be in the supply room looking for these things because we want to eat them. Never. I don't even know if I've had one to this day. I mean, really.
What? You never ordered one?
No, I never paid one. I was
That's
young.
that's unheard of.
You know?
Well, you gotta go back now. You gotta
I don't
you gotta
think they
fulfill
make them
this.
anymore. I don't think they make them.
That's a shame.
I could make
He's-
Oreo
it's
brownies.
stored somewhere. All right, well, you bring them next podcast.
That Papa Gino doesn't even exist
2
anymore.
weeks from now.
Closed down. It's gone.
Where was it?
Auburn Mall.
No. Oof. Nothing in the Auburn Mall. is
No.
Crickets.
Oh, no. Greendale Mall is nothing.
That
there?
too.
Oh.
Auburn Mall's still kind of thriving.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't been to a mall since Amazon existed.
It's. I wouldn't say thriving.
No? I don't know. No, I don't know. It's a Sims term, maybe. You know, it's
Maybe.
A thriving.
Yeah.
I used to be a paper boy. Okay, well, let me back up a little bit. My brother used to be a paper boy. Sunday morning.
Hey, Greg.
Greg.
Yeah. Hey, Greg.
Sunday morning was the worst because you'd have to like go downtown, East Brookfield downtown. It's fucking not downtown. There's nothing there, and you had to like go pick up your stack of papers from the collection place, and you had to like wrap them and put. And if it was raining, you had to like put them in a plastic bag, and there's like all this preparation work to do.
Yeah.
And Sunday papers were freaking heavy as hell. Like it was ridiculous, and you couldn't just do it like on a bike, you know, like the normal route you could do.
Right.
So my brother would never wake up to do the Sunday route. Like my dad would have to like drive him around, and so after hearing my dad bang on his door for like 10 minutes, and he's like, come on, get up, come on, this is your paper route. I'm just driving you around. And finally, I would just start getting up and getting dressed because I couldn't stand listening to the.
You're like, I
banging on
can't
the door
sleep anymore. Yeah.
Yep. And so I was like, come on, I'll go do it. And then after like week after week of me just getting up and doing it with him instead of my brother goes, do you just want it? I was like, sure.
Yeah.
And so I became
Might
by
as well
default,
at that point.
the paper boy.
The paper boy.
And I mean,
like The Postman, starring Kevin Costner.
it was so early in the morning that it was. Yeah, sure.
No,
That was
totally.
funny. I'll
Yeah.
go with that.
I laugh.
It was so early in the morning. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning. We were doing this. It's just
Yeah.
exhausting. And like my mom was always real good about it. Like she'd make sure there were like pancakes and coffee and everything when we got back. I was too young for
it.
coffee, but man, I would really appreciate that now.
Now, yeah, really.
Yep.
It smelled good.
Oh yeah. It was like, yeah, it was nice to like come home to like not like a dead house. It was like, people were up and like
Awake, doing
yep.
their thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said,
That's
everything smelled
awesome.
good.
Yeah.
And I just remember this. I remember like just trying to have fun and like not really being allowed to, like because it's so early and like I was just like out there in the rain sometimes and I remember stupid little things like filling the whole bag up with like with air, and so like I was basically delivering a bubble newspaper. Right? And I remember putting it down on somebody's front step, and I was like, "This is so cool!" And like the rain was just like bouncing off of it.
Did you like tie at the end? Like how?
Oh yeah. And in my, I got back in the car. My dad looked at it. And he was like, well, "What's that?" And I was like, "Oh, I just thought it was funny." And he goes, "You can't leave that. You can't leave that like that. Why not? It's still protecting the newspaper." And he like went out and fixed it. I was like,
No.
Oh. I was like, "Man,
I would have liked that.
trying to have a little fun."
Yeah.
And then I remember this other time I went up to a house, and there was a note. Like right where I usually left the paper, they said, "Please ring the bell." I was like, "Oh, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. Should I ring the bell?"
Really?
You're like, yes, I should.
And
Yeah.
they came to the door and they're like, "What is it?" And I was like, "It said, please ring the bell." And they're like, "What do you want?" I was like, "Here's your paper."
And they hated
And
you.
they were like, goodbye.
Wow.
I was like,
That's
God.
weird.
Oh, what,
Oh,
who
God.
who was that note
Who let
Why
for?
her
would
know?
you tell
Yeah.
me to ring the bell?
What
It
if it
was
was-
for the mailman.
Yeah.
It obviously wasn't for me, but you should take that note
Postman
down.
always rings twice.
The mail.
Why aren't you doing it right?
Yeah, right.
Because I remember just like like a series of
That's so funny.
series of stupid events like that.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
That's
My
funny.
buddy filled up a Ziploc bag with air and wrote the word fart and dated it and put it on in his freezer for his mother to find like it was bagged fart. That just reminded me. And you know what else reminded me of that? When you said you had to go downtown, it started reminding me of Little Shop of Horrors. Remember that movie?
Little shop
I haven't seen that in a while.
horrors.
Feed me, Seymour.
Yeah, Rick Moranis.
Yep.
That was good. I saw a play of that too, and it was at the
Yeah,
Hanover.
it's a good play.
And it was really good.
Seen that.
Years ago.
I saw like
Yeah.
a high school play of that years ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just like to go to high schools and hang out sometimes.
Oh my god! Back in the late '90s, I saw a Final Fantasy version of
You're shaking your head no.
Romeo and Juliet, and it was absolutely abysmal. It was horrible. UMass Amherst, Dartmouth. I don't remember. Anyways, that's all. What time is it?
If you're still watching, it's time to end the
Oh,
podcast.
it's 2 minutes
it's
off.
midnight.
All right.
All right.
No,
No, it's not. It's 2 a.m.
It's 2 a.m. It's 2 a.m.
2
Yeah.
a.m.
Oh,
on
on
the
Monday
East Coast.
night. Yeah, we're all
On
over
the
the
East
place.
Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On Monday
If
night,
you're-
Tuesday night.
Follow Jeremy at allnames_taken without an E.
No one does. Yeah.
Okay.
Follow me.
There's no reason to. I don't know how to use
At
it.
the second Kira 90.
Yeah.
Follow me at That Would Be Dark.
It
and
would be
follow
dark.
Without Parole Games at Parole Games.
I hope you
Yeah.
enjoyed this episode.
Oh,
1,
you know what?
2, and 3.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, one more thing. If you are still watching, which I can imagine you are, then I have two thoughts. One, my brother suggested to me today that I do a 5-minute video every week of all of the news that happened, video game or entertainment related, and just like to do like a little wrap up. Like just like, hey, every Saturday, be like, here's everything that happened this week, just so you can
Like a
consume
little
it in like a 5 to 10 minute little video.
Yeah.
Right. Also, we don't do any Let's Plays on this channel. I do a review every week, but we don't do any Let's Plays.
Oh yeah.
So if you're interested in either of those two things, support us on Patreon, because we're going to need some money to do this. Patreon.com/withoutparolegames. Also comment below and let us know if those are things you're interested in. Let us know if there's things we're doing that you don't like, that you do like, and we'll work on it. Forgive me without parole? Nope, that's not it. For the Midnight Games Cast,
That's
Try again. Yep.
the Midnight Games Cast, I'm Brian
because
Paul.
he was on the wrong. Jeremy King.
Michelle Varicchione.
We'll see you next week.
Doo.
Hadouken.
How do you?
Hadouken, yeah.
How do you?
No, I was
No?
just like, whoa, pure
I have to
power.
pee so bad.
You know what would be a good
I have to
Jedi
pee so bad.
ability?
What?
Making somebody force shit themselves.
That would be a great Jedi ability.
Can you imagine?
What if she opens the door and another fly
The
comes
fly,
out?
I know, and this was a totally different
Like a herd of flies.
a
herd.
whole shitload of them.
You think they're called
Yeah,
a herd?
I don't
think
know.
they're called a swarm.
Is it a swarm?
It's a swarm.
That sounds, yeah.
This is the weirdest bonus footage ever.
Let's see if it's swarm of flies.
What were we going to ask Siri earlier? Remember we were going to, let's ask...
Hey Siri, how do you pronounce Matthew McConaughey?
Checking on that. Okay, I found this on the web for how do you pronounce Matthew McConaughey. Take a look.
McConaughey.
McConaughey?
That's different than either of us.
Yeah, really?
I don't think that's accurate at all.
No. How to pronounce? So, how do we look this up? Normal.
Hey Siri, what do you call a herd of flies?
There we go.
Let me have a look. Here's what I found on the web for what do you call a herd of flies.
Lawyers.
Is that what it says?
For real.
Fucking Siri.
A group of flies is also called... Oh, that's a joke. Somebody has a bad joke and Siri told me the joke. Yeah, let's go with swarm.
Swarm of flies.
Yeah.
There he is.
Oh my God, there's two of them.
There's two of
Oh,
them?
we're fucked.
Oh.
Let's get out of here.